a talent for love. And those who passed by blasphemed him, wagging their heads and saying, "You who destroy the temple and build it in 3 days, save yourself. If you are the Son of God, come down from the cross." Matthew 27, verses 39 and 40. One of the most disturbing things about human nature is how capable we are of ignoring even the most basic instinct for compassion. A man is writhing in agony. On an instrument of death. And the passerby cannot help but mock. He's already been crucified for his alleged crimes. But that isn't sufficient. The crowd, unsatisfied. The hatred of Jesus' enemies runs deep. It is not enough to see him permanently removed from public ministry. They must let him know how much they hate him. Salt the wound until he draws his final breath. It is an awful moment for the human race. Our faces ought to burn with shame as we watch our behavior. Instinctively, we know it is true. In our lifetime, we have seen enough of our own species' behavior that we recognize the words of Christ's enemies, our own penchant for cruelty. How can we explain it? Most people generally consider themselves to be good. I'm a good person. Don't you know? Until the very worst products of our sinful hearts begin to surface. And we find ourselves at a loss to explain how we still have not solved the problems that plague us most. People lie, steal, and murder. We riot in the streets and we commit unspeakable crimes against our own species. Listen carefully to the words of those who mock Jesus, and you will find an important clue to the source of our wickedness. If you are the Son of God, come down from the cross. These words bear the unmistakable signature of their author. In the wilderness, Satan approached Jesus with the same question. If you are the Son of God, turn these stones to bread. Throw yourself down, and you will be lifted up by a host of angels. The original author of doubt, the devil himself, inspired our hatred for God. By sinning, we have thrown ourselves so completely into his camp that we find ourselves capable of killing the Savior of the world. Dying for the very sins they committed at that moment. Make no mistake, he could have come down off the cross. was in his was within his power. Absolutely. He didn't know of salvation. But his love for us, his love for me, runs deeper than the entire wickedness of the human race. He knew he needed to stay there. If we, humanity, were ever going to be recreated in his image.